Hello, I'm here with our head of publishing, Anna Blaivas, and we're here to talk about the Coalition for Better Ads. So everyone's been discussing this and the new Google standard recently. What more can you tell us?
Yeah, this is something that the industry has been discussing over the last 2 months, and rightly so. It is affecting the industry, but I believe it's in a positive way. So basically what's happening at the moment is Google has partnered up with the Coalition for Better Ads in order to clean up websites, clean up the user experience, and provide a safer and better user experience for everyone. Of course, this affects our industry quite a bit, but we'll talk about that in a bit more detail. So at the moment, as probably a lot of publishers are already aware, there's 3 reports that every publisher, every website has to pass. This is the desktop ad experience report, the mobile ad experience report, and the abusive ad experience report. So for desktop and mobile, Google is looking at non-compliant formats. So these are things like flashing banners or ads with over 30% density, postitials with countdown, things like that. Please do note that for desktop and mobile, there could be slightly different rules. We see that very clearly with flashing ads. We have seen that Google has a problem with flashing ads on mobile, but not so much on desktop, which is good news for a lot of publishers. For the abusive ad experience report, Google is more focused on looking at misleading ads. And I think this is the part that has affected our industry the most. For misleading ads, this is both to do with banners and pop-unders. For banners, basically nothing can be very misleading to the users, so fake play buttons, things like that will be flagged and will be not compliant. For pop-unders, it's mainly the way pop-unders are triggered. We have helped a lot of publishers pass their Google review. The ones that have hosted 100% on ads, we have advised them on how to be compliant. We have made sure that all our banners are compliant, and we've advised them on how to make their pop-unders trigger in a way that is compliant. If you have any questions, please contact publishing@TrafficStars.com and we'd be happy to advise you on how to pass the Google review. However, something that's quite interesting to note is with the new Google Chrome update, everyone's worried that if they're not compliant, then all ads will be banned. To some extent, this is true. So every site has 3 attempts to pass this review. If you fail the first 2 times, you will have to wait 30 days to have your site reviewed, okay? Which is quite difficult for publishers. However, the latest update from Google is that they will not penalize sites that are trying to be compliant, i.e. at the moment they're saying that if, for example, 1 ad in every 40 ads is not compliant, then they will still keep showing the ads. They will not block everything. This is done so that not all sites that are trying to be compliant but are relying on a third party, and let's say an ad slips by, that they will be penalized for all their ads. If you want more information on the percentages that Google is applying to block the ads, please contact publishing@TrafficStars.com or also check out our website, as we'll keep updating with the latest news.
So how can TrafficStars help publishers with these changes?
The first thing that I'd like to note is websites that have hosted our ads 100% have passed their Google review. This is largely due to our tech system, which allows a publisher to choose exactly what they don't want to see. So from the one side, we are ready technologically. Basically, when a publisher creates any ad spot, they can choose all the rules, all the campaigns that they do not want to see. Please look at the link below for further information on exactly how to update your rules to be Google compliant. From the other side, we have a very good and strong team of compliance experts, and over the past 3 months we have audited all of our banners to make sure that each and every single banner is 100% compliant with Google. We have been educating ourselves by speaking to publishers, advertisers, and Google support themselves to make sure that we are on top of all the changes, that we understand the rules that are being implemented, and that we can advise everyone. Also, what's important to mention is that TrafficStars is in a very strong position at the moment due to working constantly with our partner X-Hamster. We're constantly discussing with them what kind of changes we can bring, and not just to them but other publishers, to make sure that everyone is compliant. X-Hamster takes this very seriously, and as a consequence, we do too. So really for us, it's a priority to make sure that we're able to help all of our publishers in our inventory pass the Google review and also see this change as a positive change for the industry. One of the things that our partner X-Hamster is actually doing during this time is implementing native ads. This is a great way that we have found to be compliant with all the Google rules and yet sustain high eCPMs.
So can you tell us more about native ads and why they're beneficial for publishers?
Yeah, so personally I think native ads are great and they're the way forward. The first great thing about native is the fact that they're Google compliant. So something that we have done is from day one we have implemented very strict rules for our native ads. This means that misleading ads or anything like that will never be a problem on native. All of our advertisers are aware of the compliance regulations from day one, meaning they have to show their brand name, they can't have anything offensive. So what advertisers are running on our network with native ads will always be compliant with Google. This is a great advantage. This is something that takes the headache away from publishers. The second great thing is that publishers will have complete control over the native widget by using CSS. So this allows them to play around with the widget and make it really fit into the style and form of the website. What we advise publishers is to always be careful and not remove, for example, the title of suggested for you, ads by TrafficStars, things like that, in order to be fully compliant. And this is not just with Google, but with the overall advertising industry. All ads must be labeled. So again, the publisher has full control and our support in order to be compliant and make it look as part of the site. The third great point is that the performance for advertisers is really good on native. So what that means for publishers is high revenues, good eCPMs. At this time, I think this is something that all publishers are concerned with. So really, I would advise each and every publisher, give native a chance. If you're worried about anything being misleading, our publishing team will talk you through every single point that you have to do, what you have to implement in order to not have a problem with Google. So really, you implement the native ad and then you forget about it and we do the work on our side.
So what else can publishers expect in the future?
So except for native, we've been working hard on alternative ad formats. One of the most exciting ones is pre-roll. This is something that's definitely Google compliant as they have the exact same format on YouTube. So we will be safe there. Pre-roll, I think, promises to bring about really good changes into the industry. It's a way for advertisers to be able to really have good branding and performance whilst being compliant. The second ad format that we're introducing that we're quite excited about is postitials. So a postitial ad format basically is a script between 2 pages of content. It will be released without a countdown as per the Google regulations. It will be full screen ads on desktop and 300 times 250 on mobile, which is full screen on mobile. This will be a way for advertisers to try out something different to pop-unders, but yet similar.
So how do you think these changes will affect the industry moving forward?
To be honest, I actually think that these are positive changes. This is something that I've discussed with a lot of publishers and we've discussed internally at TrafficStars. All of these changes are contributing to a better user experience. So from the one side, it's an opportunity for publishers to really clean up their sites of misleading ads. Okay, and we do need to see it that way because in the end, users will be more qualified as they will have a better experience.
So thank you very much, Anna.
You're welcome.
And keep an eye out for more videos coming very soon.